So the fourth round of the British Cross Country Championship brings us back to Ceri Forest, middle of Wales, where it brings a great return from Mime around with a new Lofthouse Evo. Any fun with this?
So the ever jolly Steve Smith. So the fourth round of the British Cross Country Championship brings us to a new venue in the form of Ceri Forest on the English and Welsh border, and it also sees a welcome return to the champion, Mike Moran, in his Lofthouse Evo. And Dan, what can we expect to see this weekend?
Well, I think it'll be an interesting weekend. I mean, Mike's all... we spent a lot of time on the rolling road with it in the last week. And it's come out really nice, so he's got a big learning curve. It's a very, very different car to drive. It's a very different car to drive full stop, because I've driven it into the other cars. So he'll have a big learning curve with that, but it'll be interesting to see. I don't think he'll be quite on the pace this weekend with it. I think it'll take him an event or two to get to grips, but it should be there or thereabouts. I think it'll be a good exercise, but the standards have gone up. I mean, Martin's brought the ex-French Championship winning Rivet across, which is got some pedigree in itself, and then Justin's had various modifications done to him and his over the past 4 weeks, which has picked up his pace again. So I think it'll be very interesting to see what's what, and then you throw Ryan in at the mix, and then the other guys. I think it'll be an interesting weekend.
Thank you very much, Dan Lofthouse. Interesting weekend ahead of us indeed, with Mike Moran back in his new Lofthouse Freelander powered by a Mitsubishi Evo engine. 460 brake horsepower, almost the same amount of torque as well. We've got Martin Gould back out in his Buxton Rivet. He's won every round he's been in, but Justin Birchall has actually had a new engine with an extra 100 brake horsepower and also extra torque as well. So who knows who's going to win this one? It's going to be a great scrap anyway. Ben Clay back in the trophy class. Phil Ibbotson out in his Metro 6R4. Sean Rogers in the Mitsubishi Pin-In. Gordon Monaghan, you'll see there, out in his Aris 200. There's a classification after day one. Martin Gould leading the way, only 2 seconds ahead of Justin Birchall. It's going to be a great scrap between the two of them for top spot. Overnight, we see Martin Gould leading the way, only 2 seconds ahead of Justin Birchall. What's going to be the difference this weekend? We'll go to Justin first.
Yeah, 2 seconds this morning. The Swine has beaten me by 2 seconds. He's just pulled another, what did he do? Another 4 seconds. He was chucking logs out all over the place, weren't you? You know, coming out the chicanes, he's pulled another log out, so that cost me a second to get around that one. And then the left-hander just before where Andy went off, another one pulled out there.
Oh yeah, we did it something.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, he pulled it right out.
That corner, because there's something in. Well, it used to be in.
Yeah, you could take a right nice line. He couldn't when I came to it. So it's fast. It's good. It's great.
There's a great scrap on between the both of you. But talk us through the course first of all.
Fast. Tight.
It's a good mix, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some technical in it. There's some fast, rough downhills. I think I distanced the long one. But yeah, it's sweeping. They've had put another chicane in, which is extremely tight. I hope we don't do the maximum. I just rushed on the exit, just as we stepped out. But no, I'm fine.
Yeah, the two previous rounds have been really good rally sort of based events with a little bit of off-roading, where this is a good mix of both. The sort of winter bikes that racing and the fun of the faster sections. So you really are tested, you know, in your car's ability, your ability, and like Justin just said, your internal organs' ability to stay where they belong. But no, it's a really good event. Enjoying it. Just hope we both get to the end and I win.
No, that's not on the cards, man.
There's a lot more pressure than there was at Forest Lodge. Obviously, you're taking it easier now. You're pushing it right to its limits this round.
Absolutely pushing it to the limit. Well, you think you push the limit, and then the next time you go out and do another run, you suddenly find that you didn't push the limit last time, so you have a little word with yourself as you're halfway around because you're clearly going faster, and it just goes on and on and on. But yeah, got to keep pushing. Hopefully one of us doesn't break and you know, put yourself out. Racing.
Yeah, it is. And Justin, it wasn't just the input shaft, was it? That went wrong with your car. There's a few more problems with it, weren't there?
Well, it was just the input shaft really, and then because the gearbox was coming out and we had a conversation, it was like, right, let's get the engine out and weigh things up, you know, weight of Martin's car and power ratio, weighed our car and weight to power ratio, so we did some mods on the engine, and we're now equal weight to power, so put all high compression pistons in, cams in, just rebuilt everything inside the engine, so I've now got another 100 horsepower and 100 foot of torque, which is nice.
And we're joined now with the current reigning champion, Mike Moran, in his brand new car. Mike, it's taken a lot to get used to, isn't it?
It sure has, and as you can see, it started off a new car on Friday, and I think I've knocked every corner off this weekend. This car is a lot lighter than the last one. It's got a 2-litre Mitsubishi turbocharged engine with anti-lag and a few mods to it, and it's just a completely different driving experience to the old V8s and 6-cylinder BMWs that I've raced over the last 10 years. So it's taken me a little bit of a while to adapt to it. As everybody, I was hoping I was going to come out and win this round, but alas, I'm about halfway down the field. I've had all sorts of problems. We had a 5th gear spin yesterday afternoon, and we're just, if it's gone wrong, if it could go wrong, it's gone wrong. But it's the first time we've driven the car. We're not downbeat about it. It's just a learning process that we have to go through, and you know, just give us by the end of this year, I'm sure we'll be back on song with it, and we'll be giving people a bit of heartburn and indigestion.
I'm sure you will. I had a conversation with Dan Lofthouse earlier, and he says it's when you've got it right, when you've got used to the car, it's going to be way quicker than Justin and Martin Gould.
Well, we hope so. On paper, we've spec'd it that way. You know, I might as well chuck in the excuse that now I'm an old man. You know, everything's against me, but no, we're going to try our best. We're going to try our best, and it's on paper. You know, we hope that this is like the next generation of car that's going to come through the UK, rather than traditionally allow it, you know, going for the big V8s. So it's lighter cars. I would say environmental friendly, but we've got anti-lag, so I suppose it's not really. But it's you know, but we're hoping this is the next generation car. We've just got to get this one sorted, and I've got to learn how to drive it.
Certainly, we can't wait to see you get grips of it. But while we've got you here, let's talk about Justin and Martin. Justin's had a new engine in, he's got more power. The seconds between Martin and Justin throughout the weekend. What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's great. I actually think it's great. Some really good competition going on there. And I take my hats off to these lads. They're thinking, they're on it. I mean, it's a, you know, we're coming to Crest, and I've driven for the last 8 or 9 months, and my little foot wants to lift, and I'm talking to me inner self, keep your foot in, keep your foot in. But these lads have just got the pedal very big time. They're on it, and we can't get anywhere near them. It's really good. They're having a right good old scrap, and it's good to see, and there's good friendship between them as well. You know, they're still lending each other tyres and stuff like that. So it's good to see. It's good for the sport.
It certainly is. We're going to see you strapping with them at Bovington.
Hopefully, we're the weekend before. Hopefully, we'll be racing in France. So we'll come back from France on the Monday and Tuesday. We might just go straight to Bovington. We will see. But yeah, no, we'll be there. We'll be there.
Good luck and thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. I was going to say then, yeah, we quite fancy Bovington, but there's nothing to hit.
Ryan, after the misfortunes at Forest Lodge, you've had a few weeks to sort the car out, rebuild the bodywork. Going well here at Ceri, third overnight. Talk us through it.
Yeah, we obviously we had the off in Scotland, which is a bit of a body blow, shall we say, but fortunately we got a bit of a window between last event and this event, so we licked our wounds for a few days and evaluated and assessed what had gone wrong and why it had gone wrong, and then we just put it behind us and basically got on with the job of rebuilding the car. I can't thank my dad enough. He's worked on it flat out since then till now. Getting it all sorted. We've had to go back to Milner's just to be 100% sure there was nothing more sinister than just the panel work, but it appears to have, other than a bottom wishbone, the car was fundamentally, structurally sound. It was just the cosmetics. A lot of cosmetic damage, but we know what we're doing when we're racing this game. So yeah, we managed to get it all sorted. Worked really hard, really long, and we've just got here by the skin of our teeth, and we're touching wood. We're having a reasonable weekend. So I'm talking to you today, which I wasn't last time. So that's always a positive.
Okay, Ryan, you've got Justin and Martin in front of you. There are only 6 seconds between the two of them now. But as we know, with the British Cross Country Championship, anything can happen.
Yeah, it's like I was talking to them pair yesterday, and they're having the off-track banter, and I was like, we never know what's going to happen until we've all driven through the last stage today. You just don't know. You just do not know in this game. I'm victim of it, and both Justin is, and obviously Martin has, evolved. So credit to the pair of them. They're going like Billy Owen. I'm just happy to sit where I am right now.
And as we're speaking, the rain's coming down. We've had dust all weekend. The track's evolved as it was. But what sort of difference do you think this is going to make?
This will be nice because it just takes the dust down a little bit. But if it gets a bit wetter, then it will obviously change the characteristics of the course. So, I haven't got massive amounts of grip with the amount of grunt I've got, but I'm making the best use of it, and hopefully if it stays like this, it'll be just a dust dampener more than anything else. But we're in Wales, we could be absolutely slashing it down in the next 7 weeks.
Good, all right, Ryan, well, thank you, good luck.
Thanks guys, thanks a lot.
So not only have we got the scrap for top spot between Justin and Martin Gull, we've also got a scrap for 5th place with Johnny Kunja and Andy Powell, both in Lamborghinis, different engines, different configurations. Yours has got a V8 supercharged, Andy Powell's got the LS3 engine, but currently exactly the same times after 8 runs. What a great weekend.
Yeah, really, really good weekend. Just what I needed to have a good battle with another competitor and be swapping times every run. It's good. Because another reason as well is the car's not braking, touch wood, and I've had a lot of problems with it on the last few events. But yeah, it's going really well on this one.
You're saying not a lot of problems. You can hear them banging away at the front of the car. What's happened?
Yeah, I came a bit too hot into a corner on the backside, and I spun out quite wide. I hit the throttle and I came off the driven line and kind of drove through some logs, bent the steering bar, and got a puncture at the same time. But we should be able to fix it, should be no problem.
It's a fantastic course as well. I don't think anybody's raced this since 1978.
No, the course is absolutely brilliant. It's flowing, it's good, it's just good, it's really good.
What can you do to get away from Andy Powell?
I don't think there's enough laps left yet to do it. I don't think I will. He keeps chipping, I'll chip at him and he'll chip at me, so I'll do my best. If he gets another puncher and I don't, maybe.
Well, there's just been a torrential downpour as well, so that's going to change things out there.
That is definitely going to change things out there. It's going to be a completely different course, I think. It's going to be really, really slippy in places.
Johnny Kunja, good luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
The other Lamborghini and the man currently lying second in the overall championship is Andy Powell. Andy, neck and neck with Johnny Kunja at the moment. What a fight.
Yeah, we're having a good old battle this weekend. It's good to see that he's finally got the car up together and he's working his way. And yeah, it's been really good, really good. I think it's seconds in it now, so we've got one run to do each. It's just rained, it's made it a little bit more interesting. Excellent course, and yeah, good scrap.
And I know you've been helping him out because you're quite an expert on the Lamborghini. He had a bit of an issue with his steering, didn't he?
Yeah, he came back in, he's bent his steering arm, so everybody chips in and helps each other, and yeah, we've got it straight and he's back out there. So.
A couple of punches, is that all the problems you've had?
Yeah, I've had 2 punches. I thought that I might have thrown it all away, but then I was kind of in the back of my mind a little bit glad when he came in behind with a puncher as well, so we kept it level.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great to see the difference in engines as well, different capacities, different layouts. He's got a supercharger, you haven't,
right.
But yet you're still neck and neck.
Yeah. Power-wise, we are very similar. Obviously, the running again is very similar. Johnny's is slightly newer than mine, But no, it's really good, really good. Compared with Justin and Martin Gould, you know, we can't compete. We let them get on with it, and like I said, we're having a good scrap.
And it's great to see scraps all the way down the running order. But Mike's back. What do you think of that?
Lovely car. Might go and raid the kids' piggy banks when I get back and see what we can do.
Right, well, for now, good luck.
Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers.
The Lofthouse LS driven by Mark Jakes. Going well today on Sunday, but yesterday was a different story, wasn't it?
Yeah, yesterday was a bit of a disaster. We we didn't quite get the hairpins right on the first run, and then we had a argument with a bottle of water that got stuck under the pedals, so we had to stop for that. And then on the last 2 runs we had no rear brakes, we had a burst brake pipe, so it was just a bit of a disaster yesterday. But today, to be fair, we went out, put the best times in this morning we've done all weekend. Car's been perfect today. It got wet for the last 2 runs. We had a puncher on the last run, which obviously made it even more entertaining. But no, today's been brilliant, really good. The car's been brilliant as usual.
And prior to the event, the car got took out by somebody else, and it really gave it some, and actually snapped the gearbox, didn't it?
Yeah, we went to do some testing with the car and driver training for myself and Sweet Lamb, and the guy who was doing the training course blew the gearbox up. Bless him. No, it's no fault of his own. It's his mechanical fault with the gearbox. I had to hop on the ferry on Tuesday and go over to Ireland, pick the gearbox up from the guy who rebuilt it, and come back and then fitted it and got it all back together ready for the weekend. So it's been a bit of a hectic week altogether.
Does that play in your mind when you're trying to push it, that the mechanical components aren't quite strong enough for the power?
Yeah, it was a bit yesterday. That's probably why I was just not getting to grips with it. But today we've just sort of thrown caution to the wind and done some good times. So no, it's been good.
Well, thank you very much.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Forest Lodge saw Neil Davey in his Yamaha retire after the first run. Here at Ceri, got a lot better for you. You've done some tweaks to the suspension. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we've done an awful lot of work to the suspension since the last event. Altered up geometry changes, valving, and the shockers, spring rates. We've got it handling a bit more like a rally car now instead of a dune buggy.
Yeah, it certainly looks quick out there, and you're quite a way up in the leaderboard.
Yeah, we're doing well at the minute. Fingers crossed, as long as we can keep it all on the track now. Which 2 runs to go, we should be all right.
So the modifications that you've done to the car, you're quite happy with them at the moment. What's next?
Well, we're happy with the handling mods now. I mean, we didn't see any point in trying to make the car any faster until we got the suspension and got it handling right. Which we haven't been really happy with it all year. Yeah, it's a good car, super reliable, but we wanted to get it so it's sitting in a straight line and handle right before we start even thinking about making it faster. But we're probably at the point now where we can start tweaking a little bit now.
And it's a great course here at Ceri. Nobody from the British Championships actually racing it ever. So it's news to everybody. And now it's started raining. What sort of difference is that going to make?
Well, I've got no windscreen, so we've been getting wet, aren't we? But no, it's a cracking place. Really good track, mix of everything. Mix of fast Cat 1 stuff and some nice rough sections as well. So yeah, it's a good mix of the lot.
It's a perfect combination of what you'd expect from the British Cross Country Championship.
Yeah, it's what it should be, isn't it?
It certainly is. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Richard Green was one of the first retirements at round 4, having a rollover on the first run. Fortunately, him and the co-driver were okay. So the ever jolly Steve Smith, not running as well as he's been for the last couple of rounds. Talk us through it.
What's happening? I think I'm going fairly quick. Everybody else is going quicker than me.
And the course itself, it's a new one for everybody. How have you found it? Or what are your thoughts?
Scary in places, but no, it's a good course.
A lot of drops everywhere. Anything can happen, and the rain's just come, so it's going to make it a lot more greasy out there. Is it going to change your mindset?
That's it. I'm quitting. I'm going. No, we'll just go steady. Got to finish. Because I think there's a few people going to get some penalties for demolishing the chicanes that were put in for slowing people down. So we might be all right. We might finish 5th or something.
Paul Harris in his GSR Maxi Light was leading the G1 class all weekend until the last couple of runs suffered mechanical failure, which put him out of contention. It's a very welcome return for Paul Myers out at Forest Lodge, and a great result finishing third. Here at Ceri, different course. Nobody's actually raced here before, but it's a great place.
Sure, yeah, no, really enjoyed Forest Lodge, and probably our favourite track of the season, that. And come here for the first time. Similar, a lot of fast Cat 1, a bit more technical, a bit more compact of course, but really enjoyed it. A real game changer this afternoon, Sunday afternoon, when it started raining, and we were losing 20 seconds a lap in the rain, just lack of traction.
And you've done a few tweaks to the car, some modifications to the diff, etc. Talk us through that.
Yeah, sure, yeah. The engine, after the problems we had at Pikes Peak, the engine was refreshed by Roland ACR, and that's really strong now, sounding great. And we've put a new front diff in, and that's really helping climbing up the big hills with the traction.
Great. And this round out in particular, we've got a great scrap for first place. We've got a great scrap for fifth place as well in Lamborghinis, but Justin Birchall and Martin Gould in a league of their own. But the good news here is Mike's back, the champ's back, and his new car. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
The car looks fantastic, sounds good, and I'm sure it'll be a real top three contender when Mike gets used to it and get a couple of bugs sorted out.
Good luck for the rest of this weekend, and let's hopefully see you at the end.
Thank you very much.
During the break from the last round, John Thorne's Yamaha YZ 1000Rs had a few modifications. First thing you notice is the new roof, but bigger things is a turbo. Tell us about it.
Well, yeah, the main part of our role really for Yamaha is develop and test all new parts of these cars. So in the break we had between us in Scotland, we did a lot of work. So as part of all the FIA races, you have to run a roof, you have to run screens, that kind of stuff, etc. So we've got a new roof, new windscreen, new bodywork, and yes, we put a turbo on it. So the fun was always to develop the power up to about 300 brake horsepower. So the standard car starts at about 110. We then ran it at 125, 130 with an exhaust and remap, and now it's running about 160 with a turbo. But we haven't had the greatest weekend, we keep cooking it, so we have to turn the power down now, and since we've turned it down to about 150, we haven't had so many problems. But it's been a very interesting weekend so far, all part of testing, I guess.
Yeah, it certainly is. And with turbos, with any modification to engines, there's always learning curves and there's always a few niggles on the way. Have you managed to iron them out?
Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, we've picked up a turbo from a company called Silburn Estates, and then we've done a lot of adjustments to it, change intercooler, change the pipe work. But what we found, we ran it on full power, that we just overheating the engine, coming back after every run and cooking it. So literally we looked at a few changes around in terms of the car, and then decided to wind the power back a little bit. And since then, it hasn't overheated, and it hasn't made much difference to lap times either, really. But it's like all things in life, you can only develop and test things as you go, and the best way of testing something is in competition. Sadly, I mean, sometimes your results suffer a result, but as long as we can fix the problems, go on to the next stage, that's all we're worried about.
It's a great place to test as well. We've got fast Cat 1 sections, tough climbs, and obviously off-road sections.
Oh, I love it. Great course. That's one of the best courses this year, I have to say. I mean, the off-road sections really are rough. The steep climbs are great. This thing is hooking up everywhere now. Now the turbo's on it, now even with the power wound down a little bit, it'll spin up its tyres on a straight line in fourth and fifth gear now. I couldn't do that before. So it's much more fun to drive. It's a bit more scary to drive, lots more fun. I don't think it's actually that much quicker because it's harder to drive, but it's certainly faster in certain parts of it. And the course is great. There's some really good off-road sections. It's pretty rough. It's good fun.
Good luck.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Alan Thomas's Warrior Indy making a fantastic noise here at the Ceri Forest. Unfortunately lying 5th overall overnight. But still plenty to come from the British Cross Country Championship, including the Freelander Challenge, so please do join us after the break. Welcome back to coverage of the 4th round of the British Cross Country Championship 2016. Currently we're looking at the man leading the championship at the moment, Richard Wynne Williams, in his last house prepared Freelander. Very quick car, but two quicker cars is Martin and Justin, and here they are, head to head. So the modifications made by Justin Birchall, not quite good enough this round out. Only 13 seconds behind Martin Gould. Still plenty of room for improvement. And Ryan Cook closing out at the podium. Andy Powell, 4th place. Mike Moran, 5th place in his new car. Then we've got John Thorne, Alan Thomas, Richard Williams and Paul Harris closing out the table. And here's what it does to the championship. Richard Williams still leading the way on 280 points. Andy Powell in 2nd place. Mark Jakes 3rd. John Thorne up to 4th place. Martin Gould 5th. Justin Birchall 6th. Steve Smith 7th. Ryan Cook 8th. Colin Gould 9th. And Neil Davey 10th. What a fantastic weekend's racing we've had. And after 60 miles, there's only 11 seconds separating these two. Congratulations, firstly, Martin.
Thank you. Thank you. Really good race. Really... well, I won't say a stressful race, but certainly I've been on edge, wanting to keep the pace up, but not make a mistake, not make a complete mistake and go off the track, which unfortunately a couple have this weekend. But no, we've kept it together and just managed to pick just into the final round.
Well, don't smile so much about it. Bloody hell. Off camera.
And Justin, going into the last couple of runs, you had an issue with the steering, went a bit wide in the hairpin up to the big hill as well.
Yeah, second to last run, power steering pipe broke just in the pump, just coming onto the finishing straight, so I didn't give it the full throttle. I was a bit nervous down there, but we did an equal time. And then on the last run, I went in on that hairpin on the big hill climb, and I just went in too sharp, and I just climbed up the banking, so I had to reverse off. And then was shouting at myself all the way to the finish line, gripping my steering wheel, screaming "Martin, Martin!"
Really?
But no, it's been really good. It's been close. It's been 2 seconds this morning, and then just.
No, it's been 2 seconds this morning and 6 seconds all day, wasn't it? Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
No, what I mean is it hasn't got a lot more until the end.
It's not last.
Considering the fact that the course evolves over the weekend, it gets cut up, it changes every run. To keep that that small gap is quite incredible.
Yeah, it is. It's we were kind of going out at the same time. I don't think it was deliberate. It was just that I didn't want to go out unless he was going out, because I wanted to see exactly the time he was doing, to go out when the track was exactly the same, to not have a disadvantage. I guess that was probably working for yourself. It's just what happens. You don't want to. Well, certainly for me, I don't want to, fall back a little bit and then this rain come and you've no chance of pulling the time back.
So that's why you snuck out while I was on the
trail.
trail.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, it was dry then. I thought I'd just go and get one in quick.
Firstly, congratulations, Martin, and also congratulations to you.
Cheers. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done to you too.
The man finishing 3rd, and a welcome return to the podium, Ryan Cook. Congratulations. It's been a tough weekend for everybody, but. Podium at the end of it.
Yeah, really pleased. A lot better than obviously in Scotland, so confidence booster coming back, having a bit of a go. Credit to Martin and Justin, they were leaving them to fight it amongst themselves, and truth be told, I couldn't go as fast as what they are this weekend. They've been on fire, but no, fantastic. Really pleased with the car. The car has been impeccable. It hasn't missed a beat. It's just been how I enjoy it, no pressure. Trying to fight the car, so you can just concentrate on the drive. So I'm pleased. I'm really pleased that I'm here talking to you, and I'm 3rd overall.
On now to the trophy class, and it's Phil Bayliss who's dominated since the start of the season, leading the way on 258 points. John Damrell in 2nd and Ben Clay in 3rd. But we're going to start with Team Insanity Racing. The team who took full advantage of the absence of Ben Clay at Forest Lodge is Team Insanity Racing, and Nick Blundell, a co-driver. A few issues with the steering pump, but other than that, going well.
Yeah, going very well. We had a change of tyres after the last round. We decided that actually having flat tyres and punctures wasn't really the way forward, so we managed to pick up 2 sets of tyres from Andy Powell, one of which has been sort of scrubbed Formula 1 styly, so we've been using those today. Saved the unscrubbed set for whenever we wear it, I guess. No punctures so far. But yeah, power steering was a bit of a problem. We blew, apparently there's a pipe that everyone now tells me is a classic failure. So we popped a pipe, ran up and down the service trying to find anyone that had a spare we could fit, and then the delightful people at Bayliss Motorsport bailed us out and went, oh look, we found one in the back of the van, so we've now got a very nice Tomcat style radios on it. It looks lovely, and then Ben Clay playing music twice.
Well, good luck for the rest of the weekend, and it's great to see you helping out a fellow competitor.
Thank you.
The rain stopped. Nick Pritchard's just changing his tyres on the Goka buggy. Running well here at Ceri. Not too many troubles for you.
No, really good course. Really good. Suits us very well, actually.
What's got into Steve Anning? He's flying around here.
Yeah, he seems to have pulled his finger out a bit. He's trying to give me a bit of competition, I think.
Yeah, the rain just fell. What sort of difference is that going to make on there?
Well, it was wet when I just done my last one, and it was very slippery. Very slippery, but I have got no tread on the tyres.
That's why the change is important.
Yeah. So hopefully they help.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Nick. The trophy class is returned by Ben Clay and also Steve Anning, but the person who is actually leading the championship, the trophy championship, is Phil Bayliss, obviously, but it's not going too well this weekend.
No, we're not really finding the pace that we've had in the previous rounds. Running third at the minute in the class. Steve and Nick seem to have the legs on us this weekend. Some quite rough long sections. I think they've just got the suspension for it and the acceleration up some of the hills, but yeah, it took a bit of time to get into the event yesterday, and we've got some pace, but we're still not matching their times, unfortunately.
It's strange, isn't it? Forest Lodge, Nick Pritchard was saying he couldn't get anywhere near you, but here at Ceri he's miles ahead of you. What's the difference in the course? Is it the driving style?
I don't know. If I knew, I'd be winning. No, I don't know. Like I said, there's quite a bit more rough, and I think that's just matching his vehicle better than ours. So yeah, I'm trying, but it's not happening.
It's great for with the championship as well, with the different venues that we go to, it suits different vehicles and different drivers.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have some good competition. Ben isn't a million miles behind us this weekend, which is really good. So there's no mistake sort of allowance in times. You've got to be on it every run and hopefully stick with third. Nick and Steve are quite a way ahead of us, so unless they have any trouble, we're going to be third. So hopefully we'll get to the end as well.
Third's not a bad place to finish, and it doesn't do the championship hopes any harm whatsoever.
No, I think we'll still be running first at that. So yeah, championship-wise is good, but it would have been nice to have a clean sweep. But doesn't always happen, does it?
Ben Clay, what's happened?
Bypass power steering pipe again. One this morning, last night, and another one just 2 laps.
Was that just the harshness of the terrain you're going over?
Yes, I think so. We're doing a lot of full tight hairpins, and I think it's full lock and enough revs, and it's just popping the pipes. So modifications needed, I think.
You've had the engine for a while. I mean, it's quite a magnificent machine, and makes a great noise. Talk us through it.
It's a John Eales 4.8 with Mega Squirt ignition on it and fuel map, 3-inch stainless exhaust. So it makes a noise. It goes all right. A bit more power needed for next year, I think.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Leading the trophy class overnight is Steve Anning in his Peugeot 3M. Really pushing on this weekend, Steve. What's been the difference?
Co-driver.
Conditions have changed with the rain that's fell. Look at all the mud on the car. Steve Anning just come back. What's going on? Steve Smith with an intricate use of the English language to explain why he's had to retire. But it's Nick Pritchard who takes the win, Phil Bayliss second, and this is what it does to the championship standings. Phil Bayliss still in front, John Damrell second, and Ben Clay third. Welcome return to the Clubman class is Phil Ibbotson and is beautifully prepared Metro 6R4. You never raced here before, what's it like?
It's an absolute cracking course, it really is. It's a bit of everything, it's hard to say, it's technical and challenging, it's just a good course.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for getting my name right.
Sean Rogers, great to see the pinning out. I'm a huge fan of it, very well prepared, but coping well with Ceri.
Yeah, it's a good course and it's a bit rough in places, but now I've got my new Duraflex bushes on. They're doing the job, so. And I'd like to thank Stephen Gordon at ProFlex for doing my rear shocks as well. So yeah, it's running well. It's not too bumpy.
Fantastic, and thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ceri Forrest sees some new faces in the form of Justin Brooks in a Polaris XP 900. Nearly going into the forest there, catching our cameraman out. But great to see new competitors nonetheless. And here's Gordon Monaghan, an old face you probably remember, and his fantastic RS200 with a straight 6 BMW engine. Suffering from electrical problems all weekend. He couldn't get the car running quite right, as we can see here. Ian Rochelle is another familiar face for the British Cross Country Championship. Out in a completely different car. He used to race a Maserati, but we've got two rivets racing this weekend. The French rivet of Martin Gould as well, currently in the lead. Fantastic to see. So John, back again.
How are you doing, mate?
I'm not too bad, thank you, John. Enjoying this new venue, the lovely Ceri Forest. How's the Discovery coping?
It's doing very well. It suits it better than a lot of the courses we've been on. We're having a right good time. Apart from Rod, who keeps bouncing out the seat. If it wasn't for his straps, we'd have lost him.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Now it's time for the Freelander Challenge. Here's the entry list. Louisa Felice, Pat Masters, Alex Howard, Michael Wilson, Brian Chase, Graham White and Ian Mawson. We've got a guest driver as well from Land Rover Owners magazine, Neil Waterson. Coming into the fourth round of the Freelander Challenge, the leader is Pat Masters in his 1.8 Freelander. Ceri, new venue for everybody. How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I really like it. It's fast in places. It's rough in places, but yeah, very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
And you've got to really push the Freelander to get it around this course.
Yeah, well, a slight disadvantage this track. There's a couple of really steep uphills. The V6s are pulling away from us on the uphills, so we've just got to be a bit unsympathetic with it to get it round.
Not many issues with the Freelanders here at Ceri, even though it's rough. So coping well.
You don't want to say that. That's just a jinx. But yeah, just as long as the wheels keep turning, we're happy, really.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
But the team taking the Freelander Challenge by storm is the Howard boys. Alex, first out at Forest Lodge. Obviously, you had a second and a third podiums all the way, and it's looking good for a podium this time.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's been a good fight. We've had some good competition. 120's been on fire all day and yesterday. Been really struggling to catch him, but we had a good fight with Brian. And yeah, it's been a really good, enjoyable day. And yesterday, today was a bit more mixed conditions. A bit slippery towards the end of the day. It was cutting out a bit. No, it was wicked. The Wales stages are just fantastic.
Yeah, nobody's actually raced it for many years. It's all new to all the competitors, but what a great place.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's quite breathtaking, really. And the slate's really fun to drive.
The Freelanders, the V6 and the 1.8, it splits the paddock in terms of what people prefer. The 1.8 is lighter, you've got a manual box, but less power. But on the flip side, the V6 has got more power and it goes quicker. What are your thoughts?
I'm a 1.8 man, to be honest. I can't deal with automatics. They change gear when you don't want them to, and I guess lack of power is a compromise you have to take, but conservation of momentum, so keeping your foot in, not coming off the accelerator pedal, is a part of the challenge, I guess.
So it's been really clever with your driving style.
Well, I don't know about that, but do my best.
All right, guys. Well, good luck.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you.
The man who ended up on the podium at Forest Lodge, Mike Wilson. It's the first year out with the Freelander Challenge. This is a new venue here at Ceri for everybody. How are you finding it?
It was very good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a very good venue. It's quite rough in places, but that's what to expect with this sport. It's good.
Are you impressed with what the Freelander can actually do? Because we've been to so many different venues this year, and there's been so much different terrains, but we've not seen one really have struggled that much.
I'm very impressed. And if you imagine that 8 cars turned out today and 8 cars finished, and some of the top crews didn't, so that's good. We've been using the same cars as they are, trying to go in as quick as we can, not be messing about. So they've done very well, and amazed by what they can do.
Looking forward to Bobbington now.
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait now, yeah.
Now can we?
Pardon?
Now can we?
So no, good. Yeah, I look forward to it. Yeah, it's a long trip for us, but it's worth a while.
Yeah. Well, can't wait to see you there.
Right, thank you.
Leader overnight of the Freelander Challenge was Graham White. He was leader at Forest Lodge, but unfortunately you tore a wheel off there. But this morning's going well.
Yes, it's holding together very well. It's quite fast out there. It suits us. The rough stuff is very rough, so everyone's having their back off. Yeah, it's a good event. It's nice. We'll try and hold it together.
A good combination of fast and rough.
The rough is very rough, as I said, and the fast is very fast. Yeah, it's good. Good fun.
So 1.8 in this. Ian Mawson has been saying with his V6, the power's there on the straights when you can use it, but the gearbox is a nightmare going up the hills.
Being that it's automatic, you've got to manually select it, and sometimes it doesn't come down. This, you just drive it as fast as you can, and if there's an error, it's your error, not the car. Yeah, but the V6s are more power, but they're heavier. I don't know. We might try one day. We can go even faster. Yeah. Be nice.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Busy here in the Freelander Challenge paddock. Obviously, we've got the Mitsubishi Pinion of Sean Rogers as well, but we're going to speak to Brian Chase. Great to see you back out. What do you think of the course?
It's very, very bumpy indeed. Probably the V6 we've got, you're very front end heavy. Running standard shock absorbers, they're overheating. After the first mile, we've literally got no shock absorbers left at all. So we're calling it Zebedee now, because all we've done is boing, boing, boing through the stages.
So you're really punishing the car this weekend. That sump guard doesn't look new anymore. It did do this morning, though.
Yeah, it was a brand new 6mm thick sump guard this morning, or yesterday morning when we started, lovely and shiny. It's got a lovely shape now, full of bumps and everything. We're on the sump guard probably 30-40% of the entire stage.
We're still up there in the podium contention.
Yeah, I think we're doing quite well.
So good luck, Brian.
Absolutely great to see you guys here again and keep up the coverage.
So after his heroics at Forest Lodge, the man lying fifth in the Freelander Challenge, Ian Mawson, struggling with the gearbox issues for the big climb.
Yeah, it's wound select first gear. Yesterday it happened twice. Thought I'd fixed it last night, went out this morning, great on the first stage. Just been out for the second one, it's done it again. Now I'm getting to first, it's really struggling on the hill, so I'm losing a lot of time against the other lads on the hill. But I've tried something new now, so hopefully the new inhibitor switch is going to sort it out.
And you're getting quicker and quicker with each round, just getting used to the car. Your first run out with the Bombers,
that's right, yeah. It's all a learning curve, I mean, it's doing all right. The car's holding up well. It's just me to go around quicker. But other than the gearbox issue this weekend, I think it's pushing the car harder. It's showing up the faults that have been masked by driving it easier than in the other rounds.
If you had to do it all over again, would you have chosen manual?
If I could get a V6 manual, yes. But unfortunately, they don't make a V6 manual. So the power is good when you can use it, but it's also the boxes an hindrance when you don't need it. So it's for and against me both. But no, I would stick with the V6 because I like the sound.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you very much.
The lady currently lying third in the Freelander Challenge is Louisa Felice. Brave effort last round out at Forest Lodge just to finish, get the points in. Ceri, different kettle of fish here, isn't it?
It is. It's not fast. There's only a couple of sections where you can
push on. It's very, very off-roady, but I actually like the off-road stuff, so, as you know. So
Here's the Land Rover Owners magazine, Freelander, taking it rather easy around the Ceri Forest, but it is the first event, and potentially we could see them joining the championship proper next year. Taking his second win of the year is Graham White and Martin Cooper. Second place, Alex Howard and Tim Howard, and closing up the podium is Brian Chase and Benoit Legendry. And this is what the championship standings look like after 4 rounds. Pat Masters ahead of Mike Wilson, Alex Howard and Tim Howard third place overall. Graham White not too far behind, and also Louisa Felice not too far behind. So after the turmoil at Forest Lodge, Graham White, congratulations, bringing it home in first place. How are you feeling?
Yeah, very, very pleased. The difficult part we'd had was we got a bit of a lead yesterday and had to maintain it without breaking the car. So it was very hard to judge someone on a charge coming up behind, you know, how much to let off. It was a bit of a juggling match, but we managed it. We done it. Yeah, it was good.
It's another podium for the Howard boys. Alex and Tim, congratulations. Making a habit of this.
Thanks very much. That was a good fight. Really enjoyed it. 120's been just on fire. He's really been going for it. It's a well-deserved win. Congratulations to him. And Brian's been keeping us on our toes as well. We were just behind him last night, and we just got him this sort of today. So, really good fight. Really enjoyed it. Fantastic.
Oh, Brian Chase, the car survived, the some guard survived, and third place overall. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think given the circumstances, we're just happy to finish. You know, we're getting the car slowly right, but we broke the gearbox linkage in Bovington. It's been replaced now, but they couldn't get the adjustment right at first, so the first couple of runs was like stirring a bowl of soup, trying to find a gear. But we're very pleased with the result and pleased to be in one piece.